Watch obsessives. What is this? This is called a Seiko Kinetic diver. It's a beast. It's advertised at 47.5 millimeters and it plays a lot bigger. You got to call it 48, but I'll tell you what, it plays like a 50. I've owned it twice now. This is a rebuy. I got it yesterday. Why did I sell the damn thing a few months ago? Because I love it. I mean, it looks fantastic. We'll talk about that in a second. Let's go into a certain mode. The thing you got to understand about a Seiko Kinetic watch, it's like having a dog. You got to walk it every day. If you don't walk it every day, it dies. The kinetic energy feeds the lithium battery, and what you want to do when you press the meter up here, you want the second hand to go all the way down to the 6. That's full charge. They call it 6 months. That doesn't mean anything. It just means it's fully charged. I mean, if you were to only wear this twice a year, with a supposed 6-month charge, it would die very quickly. It wouldn't work. So that's really an arbitrary number. What the second hand on the 6 is really telling you is that it's fully charged. And for you to maximize the life of the lithium battery, you want to keep it fully charged. Now, the reason why I rebought it is because Tony, who emails me, he's a watch guy, he told me he's keeping it fully charged at 3 days a week of wear, which, if you have a watch rotation, wearing a watch 3 days a week, it can be a formidable situation. So here's some of the first world dilemmas we get in with the Seiko Kinetic Diver. Am I wearing the watch today to work because I love it? Because I do love it. It looks fantastic, has great wrist presence. Or am I wearing it because I have to wear it? I mean, you got the energy. The other thing is, how much is this going to dig into my wrist time? Let's look at it compared to the Orient Saturation Diver. You can just see the mass of this Seiko Kinetic. Now, these are two very similar watches, but am I going to be able to wear my Orient Saturation Diver as much as I want? Let's look at this. Look at the size of the Orient Saturation Diver compared to the Tuna. And now I'm going to hold up the Tuna to the connector. You can just see the size. So what do I like about the Kinetic Tuna? Well, the one thing I want to tell you about, it's called the Kinetic Tuna because it has a shroud on it. I just want you to see those three-dimensional numerals in there. I want you to see the depth, the deep dish. Now, another thing I like about it, it has a lot of Marine Master conventional cues on it. I'm not going to lie to you, this has the brightest lume of any watch I've ever owned. I mean, you can see the brightness of the lume in daylight. It's really rather stunning. It does have sapphire. Now, I'm less enamored by the shape of the case. From certain angles, it reminds me of a turtle. And then there's this huge amount of just stainless steel here. It kind of reminds me of the rear fender of a 1985 Chevrolet. And I just worry it's going to have dents in it. But let's hope that's not the case. Then there's this interesting design cue on the side of it. I don't know if you can see it in this lighting. There you go. It's got this little indentation. What do you call that? Like a wave going across there? Some kind of a banner. And it almost gives it a Battlestar Galactica look. Not too much. It's not excessive. Let me give you a good shot of the dial. There you go. The dial is really nice. It's got almost a sawtooth bezel going on. The bracelet is well made. It's got polished links, so if you scratch them, you're done. There is a 24 millimeter strap code bracelet. What's it called? A bandolier thing is supposed to be a beast. They're not cheap. They're about $180 and up. And strap code makes them straight edge, and they also make them for the Panerai. And so if you buy this watch, you kind of have to be a man. You can't, and what I mean by that, I'm not talking about you need to wear this with pride and have big wrist presence. What I mean by it is you really have to embrace the fact that you have kinetic responsibilities. I'll go back to my analogy. It's like having a dog. And if you're willing to embrace that you have to keep it charged, for example, in my case, I'm going to embrace the responsibilities of this Kinetic. I'm going to wear it. I'm going to do 30-minute walks. I think I'll wear 15-pound ankle bracelets, and I'll do 30-minute walks with this on 3 days a week just to keep it charged. God knows I need the exercise. I'm 240 pounds. I need to weigh no more than 225. And, it's funny because, I love the look of it, but there is that question when I wear it, out. Am I wearing it because I love it or because I have to wear it? And the other question is, how much wrist time is this going to hog from the other 7 watches that are in my rotation? It's going to be hogging time from this Seiko Tuna. Am I going to resent the Seiko Kinetic Diver? Am I going to have anxieties at night? Am I going to lose sleep? Am I going to complain? It kind of hurts a little bit. It digs the crowns. They dig into the hand, unlike my other watches, probably owing to the size of the watch. I'm not going to lie to you. There's a little bit of pain. So you kind of man up to have this watch. These are all first world problems, of course, from the privileged watch hobbyists that I am. Having a Kinetic Diver kind of makes you want to buy fewer watches. I think the plan is this. I think I'll keep it for 6 months on trial. I'll see how it goes. I feel as a watch hobby, my collection impulses are going in 2 opposite directions. One of my impulses is to always get something new, something exciting, feed the shark in the water, feed that collective addiction habit. There's another part of me though that says you have refined your collection so much. The grade of all your watches right now is A- and A. You don't have any B watches anymore, or B plus watches. And so when you get new watches, you're now taking away wrist time for those watches that you work so hard to get, and you think about them all the time. More first world problems. And so I find as a watch obsessive, and this is a question I have for you, do you find that you have these conflicting impulses? One of your impulses is to have an end game and to say, okay, I have my collection, it's solidified, I'm happy with it, the end. And then do you have another part that says, I'm going to constantly buy, sell, trade, buy, sell, trade, because the thrill, that's part of the thrill of the watch obsessive journey. I'd be curious to know your feelings on that. In any event, don't get this unless you're going to wear it regularly, because you do not want to replace the lithium battery frequently. It will cost you probably $50 or so, depending on how honest the watch dealer you have is. That's another topic for discussion, the wide range of service charges depending on the integrity and honesty of your watch person. Anyways, I'm out for today. I'll talk to you guys later.